So I won't be too long. Best man speeches are supposed to be about last as long as the groom makes love. So I'm done. Have a good night, guys. Just kidding. Just because I'm your son doesn't mean you're not going to get this best man word. All right. So thanks for all for coming. It's been amazing down here, especially celebrating my dad and Joy. Special thanks to Roger and Irene for being a gracious host and the amazing rehearsal dinner. So round of applause for them, please. I mean, I'm getting an amazing stepmom out of this deal. They say when you give your daughter away, you're not losing a daughter, you're gaining a son, but we all know who's getting the better end of this deal. So I apologize, my sister couldn't be down here to support my dad. She just had her baby, Gia Marie Anderson. So congratulations to the new grandparents. So everyone knows me and they're like, look, Tony, kids are going to be present. I was told no innuendos in this speech, so I promise if I start to say any innuendos, I'll whip it out immediately. So it's an honor, seriously, to be your best man, especially to talk about the best man that I know, my dad. This man worked third shift for years, still made my school field trips and events. Every field trip, he was a chaperone, and that was until the kidnapping incident of 1997. Before you freak out, let me explain. Set the mood. Third grade field trip, Columbus Zoo. Dad's a chaperone of myself and probably about 5 other kids. We all drove on the bus from school, but my dad drove separately to meet us there. Sorry, iPhone stuff. And when you got to understand that, see, my dad was cool, and there was a lot of soccer moms at this time. He worked again third shift, so it was weird to see a dad there. You know, especially a dad that's going to pull up in a 1992 Nissan Stanza, probably subwoofers in the back, bumping Metallica, hair down to his butt. He wore bandanas, tank tops. It was nice. He was lit. So you could say he stood out from the rest of the soccer moms. So since my dad didn't drive, what he wasn't there to hear is that the same place they were dropping us off on the school bus, they weren't picking us up in the school bus. So we enjoyed our day. We had a great time at the zoo. We were at a gift shop, and my dad looks down at his watch and says, oh crap, we gotta go. And so we go to the area they dropped us off, no buses. He couldn't find anyone to asked around everywhere, and eventually he decided it was a great idea to just pile the 5 kids that he doesn't know and ourselves into his 1992 Nissan Stanza, and we're gonna drive back to school. So now it's all fun and games until everything that I just described that was cool about my dad now turns to be kind of freaky and pedo-y. Because you know this was pre-Amber Alert. So just imagine nowadays you hear brr, brr, 5 missing kids. Last seen at the Columbus Zoo in a loud Nissan Stanza, car driven by Bret Michaels from Poison. I thought it was all fine. I remember years later even talking to my dad. It's like, yeah, we all got back and it was great. He's like, no, we got back and your teacher was crying and the parents thought I kidnapped you guys, and I never chaperoned anything ever again.
Wouldn't let me.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me. But in all seriousness, he's always been there, still and has been. He's raised up 2 little kids of his own. Gave us his last name and never complained one bit along the way. We met 2 grandparents because of this, Deborah and Edward King, who instantly claimed us as their own. I miss handfuls of quarters from Ed at the bowling alley. And speeches from him when I cried because I got clothes for Christmas. And he said, men always are grateful for their gifts and to man up. But just like you, he was as loving and generous as he was strict and firm. I say that to say this. Ed, Debbie, Grandma King, Grandpa King, they're all here today through me, you, and Katie, and the morals that they've taught us together. And joy, now for joy. Our Savior our saint, for dealing with this. You've been amazing since we met, Joy. Thoughtful, caring. You've connected my fiance on a close level. You've treated us like your own. You really have. You've always been there when we needed you. I don't think you've ever told us no, whether it's picking Christina up from late night at a hospital because our friends were going through an emergency just to take her home to lap Carter, get food, or whether it's to watching our crazy pug Carter for the weekend. She's never said anything other than yes. You've raised two beautiful, intelligent young women. They're independent, they have their own ideas, they're creative, cultured, and fun to be around, and I applaud you for that. Thank you for coming into our life and our dad's life. We all love you both. So raise your glass to Mike and Joy. To those of us who have seen us at our best and seen us at our worst and can't tell the difference.